Now at 5, new details tonight in Richland's ongoing search for a new police chief. The city's plan for the next few months coming up.
And Kittitas County is asking voters to sign off on a new sales tax, but they say safety in every corner of the county is at stake here. Coming up, where and when you can get some answers.
And those rain showers are starting to dry up. We'll see some sunshine. When's it going to warm up? I'll give you all the details in our first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Our big story on this Friday, Kennewick police are investigating a drive-by shooting that damaged a home not far from Underwood Park. Police say they got a call just after 9:30 last night from someone saying their window had been shot out. Police say nobody inside the home was injured, but officers found several bullet casings outside and say the house had been hit more than once. They are asking anybody with information to give them a call on the non-emergency line. You can also stay anonymous by submitting a tip online. The website to do that is kpdtips.com.
The city of Richland is still searching for a new police chief after they got down to the final candidates, then abruptly announced they would keep searching. So the city says former Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel will be taking over as interim chief starting April 15th. They're expecting that to last between 3 and 6 months. Now, Meidel resigned from the Spokane Police Department at the end of last year, coincidentally about the same time that former Richland Police Chief Bridget Clary stepped down. Richland city officials say Meidel has a long history of law enforcement experience, and they say they're confident he will serve the city exceptionally well as they continue searching for a permanent police chief.
Walla Walla County will be holding a presidential primary recount starting Monday. The auditor's office will be counting ballots by hand starting at 10 o'clock Monday morning. The primary election is basically run by the state on behalf of the Republican and Democratic parties. In Walla Walla County, President Biden won the Democratic primary with more than 85% of the vote, and former President Trump won the Republican primary, bringing in about 79% of that vote.
Well, there is a special election in Kittitas County coming up 2 weeks from Tuesday on April 23rd. They're asking voters to sign off on a new sales tax, which would add up to an extra 2 cents for every $10 you spend. That money would be used to fund KitCom and pay for improvements to the technology. KitCom is the agency that picks up the phone when you call 911 in Kittitas County, and it coordinates the response from 17 public safety agencies. But officials say their equipment is outdated and it doesn't always work depending on where in the county that emergency is happening. So coming up tomorrow, they'll be holding an informational session where you can ask questions about the sales tax proposal at KitCom. That is at Elmville Road in Ellensburg from 11 until noon. And if you can't make the meeting tomorrow, but you still have some questions, there will be another meeting coming up Thursday evening at the Kittitas Valley Fire and Rescue Station 29. That is on East Mountain View Avenue.
All right, time to talk about our weather.
It's been feeling just gloomy out there.
It is. Is that going to be the story this weekend, Stacy?
It's been a little gloomy and chilly, feeling like February, early March instead of April. Been tracking a little bit of light snow. Things are starting to quiet down in our area. Not the case. The Blue Mountains overnight picked up several inches in the upper elevations, 10 to 20 inches. Places like Joseph, Oregon picked up 9 inches of snow overnight. So very active weather pattern, and it'll continue to be so through the weekend. If you're traveling across I-90 towards the Seattle area, you might come across some light snow. Should be okay. Roadways should be all right, but just be aware of that. It's going to be wet in Seattle this weekend. You're going to see wet conditions as well in the Portland area if you're heading that direction. And chilly, and we even saw some snow earlier today up towards Spokane. Could see a wintry mix there in the early morning hours, tapering off into snow. 56 degrees on our sky cam tonight. Winds at 13 miles per hour. Here's what's coming up over the next couple of days. Those showers are decreasing overnight. Breezy to gusty winds tonight and tomorrow. Gradually warming up into next week. Get ready for some peaks of weekend sunshine. All the details on the way. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacey, thank you. A 4.8 magnitude earthquake rattled the East Coast this morning. People reported feeling it from Maryland to Massachusetts.
Yeah, so the epicenter of the quake was in New Jersey. This is very unusual for the East Coast. The U.S. Geological Survey has recorded at least a half dozen aftershocks so far today. Now, there's been no reports of injuries so far, but we do know several homes had to be evacuated in Newark because they had structural damages. ABC's Derek Dennis has a look at the response from New Jersey and New York.
The shaking captured on numerous home security cameras across parts of New Jersey. This one in Summit, another in Morristown, and this one in Rockaway. The U.S. Geological Survey confirms the 4.8 magnitude quake was centered near Lebanon, New Jersey, about 50 miles west of New York City.
I called my mom. I was like, Mom, is this an earthquake? She started screaming. She's like, get outside, get outside. And all my neighbors were outside.
President Biden has spoken with New Jersey's Governor Phil Murphy, offering federal assistance to the state if needed.
In a time of crisis, the president is there. To him, I say thank you. And his entire administration, FEMA, obviously, and other branches of government we've been in deep conversations with over the past couple of hours.
The quake also felt across much of New York.
This is one of the largest earthquakes on the East Coast to occur in the last century. So I immediately directed my emergency management team, the second we received word of this, to start doing damage assessments.
Local station WABC on the air when it began.
So we just experienced an earthquake here in the tri-state area. We're getting calls into our newsroom from Connecticut, Long Island, New Jersey, and of course New York City. People feeling the shock.
There was no reported damage or service disruptions to the New York City subway system, and no reports of injuries or major damage to any infrastructure.
Of course, we're still assessing the situation, and we'll continue to update the public. And I encourage New Yorkers to check on their loved ones.
Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
Well, today, President Biden visited Baltimore, Maryland to see the recovery efforts from a cargo ship destroying a major bridge in a deadly crash last week. The president got a view from the air of the damage, still blocking most traffic in and out of the Port of Baltimore, and then heard from Maryland officials, the Coast Guard, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers about how their efforts were so far. The White House says the port should be back to operating at full capacity by the end of next month, and they're hoping to have ships loaded with cars and farm equipment, two of the main things shipped in and out of Baltimore, moving again by the end of this month. But replacing the bridge itself will be a much bigger challenge.
We approved $60 million in emergency federal funding. I fully intend, as the governor knows, to have the federal government cover the cost of building this entire bridge, all of it. As we've done in other parts of the country in similar circumstances.
Tonight, the White House is asking that Congress sign off on paying for the bridge cleanup and reconstruction rather than using emergency funds for it. But that could become a political battle in Congress, with lawmakers asking for concessions in other areas in exchange for approving the funding. On the Pacific Coast, California's Highway 1 is shut down again outside Big Sur because of more stormy weather, making this stretch of road even more treacherous. Part of the highway crumbled into the Pacific last weekend during a storm, leaving just one lane passable. With this latest storm, vehicles aren't expected to be able to get through until tomorrow at the earliest. Officials say they are trying to figure out a fix that will keep traffic moving.
A new business opened its doors in downtown Kennewick today. Members of the community gathered for a ribbon-cutting ceremony at Honeycomb Studio, which is a do-it-yourself co-op. Honeycomb Studio features various arts and crafts, snacks, and even a part-time hair salon. The organizers tell us this has been in the works for a decade. As of today, anyone's welcome to go into that shop from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and buy the supplies to start creating. Organizers say they're excited for people to come work their minds creatively and be able to get away from technology.
I'm most excited about having organized DIY classes for ladies and couples to come and have a date night, just to get away and unwind and come in here and feel at peace and just be able to unwind and enjoy each other's company.
Now, in the evenings, Honeycomb holds DIY classes for painting and crafting. Those classes are at a discount through tomorrow for their opening weekend. The owner says they're also looking to have a beer and wine permit coming up later this summer so they can hold paint and sip events. You can find more information about all of that over on the Honeycomb Studio Facebook page.
Happening this weekend in West Richland, the 55th Apple Cup racing event returns to our neck of the woods. It's at the nation's fastest half-mile event. The Apple Cup is the highly anticipated season opener for the West Coast race scene. Scheduled for this Saturday and Sunday, the race weekend officially kicked off this morning with private testing and open practicing. Sunday promises even more adrenaline-pumping action with the Northwest Super Late Model Series Pollock 125, offering an impressive $10,000 to win. One racer this year is just 16 years old.
Oh man, I'm happy to be out here. I mean, nothing better than driving some race cars, you know?
What do you think of the racetrack here in Tri-Cities?
This racetrack is my favorite racetrack. All the different corners, I love them. It's the hardest track I've ever been on, but I've got it down pretty well now, and I'm really enjoying it. You know, I like going fast, and a lot of tracks around the Northwest are pretty short. I like going real fast, and this track is perfect for that.
And where are you from originally? Where do you live now?
I'm from Okanagan, Washington, and I still live there.
And yes, he is 16 years old. Also on hand this weekend at the races, former NASCAR drivers. Tickets are on sale now at racewashington.com.
Now, Austin, it looked like it was a little damp out there on the track today.
A little bit, yeah. And Stacy is tracking your First Alert weekend forecast coming up in just a moment.
And everybody's talking about the eclipse, but the rule still stands. Don't stare at the sun. We're talking solar safety next.
Tonight, President Biden's warning demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. How will Israel respond? Plus, the devastating nor'easter. Hundreds of thousands without power. More Americans turn to world news tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a large commercial vehicle, call Tamaki Law. Semi-truck insurance companies have the resources to deny any claim. That's why you need the experienced team at Tamaki Law to fight for the justice you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
What do I love about Twiggs? The steak salad. It's famous. It really is.
We love happy hour. We love the staff. We love the food. Wonderful place to be.
What do we love about Twiggs? The bartenders.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use. They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sunday night at 8 on MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
All right, welcome back. We've got a consumer alert for you tonight. Several popular brands of laundry detergent pods are being recalled because the packaging is not secure. Take a look. These are all made by Procter & Gamble. The brands include Tide, Gain Flings, Ace, and Ariel laundry pods. Officials say the zip-up packages can split open, which means they're not securely sealed and could be accessible for kids or other vulnerable populations. The detergent itself is fine, but if you have one of these bags, you'll want to take extra precautions to make sure they are out of reach. April is National Stress Awareness Month, and doctors say one of the things you need to be aware of is that stress isn't just mental. It can have impacts on our physical health as well.
Yeah, so symptoms like changes in your eating habits, whether that's not wanting to eat at all or eating all the time. Changes in sleep habits, again, either not being able to sleep or sleeping way too much. Even headaches and stomach aches can all be signs that you are under way too much stress. Psychologists say the answer might actually be just to reassess how you think about the things that stress you out.
Life is continuously stressful, so investing in some stress management techniques can be a game changer for your physical and mental health. How you think about stress can make or break the situation. If you perceive it to be a threat or a challenge, can significantly impact how your body and your mind responds.
So of course, if your mental stress can cause physical symptoms, it makes sense that your physical health could improve your mental state as well. Regular exercise can help you calm down, especially if it's something that helps with focus your breathing. And making sure that you're getting enough vitamin C and enough magnesium can help as well. And surprisingly, doctors say just being outside around the grass and the trees can also help you calm down.
A lot of people will be getting outside on Monday for a glimpse of the solar eclipse. Everybody's talking about it. Even here in Washington, where we won't see a full eclipse, it is extremely important to protect your eyes. So Karen Kafa has some advice from doctors.
The American Academy of Ophthalmology says even for just a few seconds, sunglasses are not enough.
There's really only one way to safely look at the sun, whether it's during the eclipse or not, and that's through the use of special purpose solar filters.
Look for certified solar eclipse glasses and solar viewers with filters that meet an international standard for safety. Clinical spokesperson Dr. Amy Vidata says without those filters, the dangers are real.
These rays can damage the light-sensitive rods and cones, essentially causing a burn in the retina. So this burn can cause temporary or permanent vision loss.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And just a little recap on some of that. We have a partial solar eclipse in our area. You still need glasses, even if you're here in the Pacific Northwest. Next eclipse for us in the lower 48, 2044. NASA's going to have a live stream of that. Right now, 56 degrees on our Skycam. Winds are at 13 miles an hour. We're going to continue to see these breezy to gusty winds on and off through the weekend, so just be aware of that. But some cloudy skies, starting to see a few sun breaks out there. Temperatures around the area, most of us in the 50s. We're starting to drop into the 30s and 40s in the Kittitas Valley, 43 right now in Dayton. We still have a winter storm warning in place through 11 o'clock tomorrow for the Blues. Same area, they picked up quite a bit of snow. Could see another 6 to 12 inches overnight, 3 to 6 inches in the Wallowas and the Wallowa region, Wallowa County. So yes, very active weather. Now showers are going to diminish for most of us. We still have active weather pretty much all the way around us. As we get into our Sunday, we'll have mostly clear skies with sunshine, but still some pockets of snow and those upper elevations across the Cascades. So if you're traveling across I-90 or across the Blue Mountains this weekend, you'll want to check those road reports ahead of time. Futurecast is showing more showers. I don't know this model. It seems a little ambitious to me, but we could see a few sprinkles, and we are supposed to get a little more snow in the Blue Mountains this evening. Some rain showers up through Connell, clearing up as we get through our Saturday. Still a little unsettled with some pockets of stray showers moving through. A little bit of mountain snow across the Cascades and the Blues as we head through the weekend. The good news is we're going to start clearing up as we get into next week, as well as warming up. Look at this, back to the 70s, even up to 75 by Thursday. So that's looking good. Yakima, those cooler temperatures gradually warming up to 70 degrees by Wednesday, 74 degrees on Thursday. Let's take a look at our temperatures overnight. Again, stray showers, breezy to gusty winds. We'll really see those winds pick up through the Columbia River Gorge, Hermiston into Pendleton, foothills of the Blues, and seeing some strong gusty winds there today pretty much all day long. Partly sunny and breezy. Again, those gusty winds. Temperatures 50s along the foothills of the Blues. Going to be in the 60s or close to 60 here in the Columbia Basin. Moving into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, we'll see 50s and 60 degrees there. So good looking forecast. Let's talk about those winds though. There's those gusty winds we're talking about overnight. Hermiston to Pendleton, foothills of the Blues, Hanford site out there. As we go through the morning, we'll see those winds picking up in the Columbia Basin as well as the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Stays pretty breezy all the way through 5 o'clock on Saturday. Sunday winds will start to decrease in some areas. Still a bit breezy though in Tri-Cities and the Dayton area. Sunday evening winds are looking much better. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. Breezy winds, Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, Yakima, and then we'll start to calm down on Sunday. There's that eclipse on Monday, but look at these temperatures. We're heading back to the 70s, feeling more like a nice warm spring headed our direction. Taking a peek at Walla Walla and Hermiston, look for those gusty winds in those locations tomorrow, 25 to 30, maybe gusts up to 40. That eclipse on Monday with temperatures in the 60s. Probably have a good chance of seeing that. Most of the clouds will have moved out and temperatures back to the 70s by the midweek. So not a bad looking forecast as we get into our second week of April. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we're talking about even more road construction in the region. That's starting on Monday.
And still ahead tonight, we'll take an in-depth look at how much of the solar eclipse you'll be able to see here in our area and why we're getting a different view than the rest of the country. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally!
I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not.
I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? Oh God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
Always keeping veggies at their peak. Like a Bosch. Freshness lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like a Bosch. Even little baby greens. Like a Bosch. Taste fresh and remain supreme. Like a Bosch. Super fridge, keeping food fresh. Like a Bosch. Eating more so you'll be throwing out less. Like a Bosch. Stay fresh like a Bosch. With America's most trusted refrigerators from Bosch.
Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Welcome back. We have a traffic alert for Yakima drivers. Starting Monday evening, WashDOT is planning to start work on bridge deck repairs. That's for US 12 between North 1st Street and North 16th Avenue.
That means you're not going to be able to get on Highway 12 westbound from North 1st Street from Monday through the end of June. There will be a detour, but it's going to be about 4.5 miles to get you around that work. You're also going to need to plan on going slower through that work zone.
Well, Central Washington Agricultural Museum is hosting its annual opening tomorrow. Gates are open at the museum in Union Gap 10 o'clock until 4 in the afternoon. There will be live demonstrations in the blacksmith shop, an apple packing line, the old Yakima letterpress building, and you can also visit the rail car to see the mode train in action. Then there's also a newly rebuilt kiddie train for the little ones. The Horse and Harness Group is also going to be giving horse-drawn wagon rides from 1 until 3 p.m. There will be food vendors, and all of the museum exhibits will be open on all 15 acres. Admission and parking at the museum is free.
All right, Stacey has your viewer photo of the day and one more final look at your forecast.
And still ahead, investigators are searching for 2 Oklahoma moms who disappeared as they were supposed to be picking up kids for a birthday celebration. Their car found abandoned, and authorities say they now suspect foul play. Details coming up on World News Tonight.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Our new orthopedic regenerative medicine clinic with Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now offering a variety of treatments, including platelet-rich plasma injections to enhance injury recovery, promote healing, and treat pain associated with early osteoarthritis. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select Steel battery trimmers. Real Steel. Find yours.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell. The solar-powered, motion-activated, multi-directional floodlight. The versatile, wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99. And the shipping is free. Order now and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-248-8281 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Welcome back. It is Friday. We get to see a viewer picture.
That's right. It's been a wild weather week, but we've had some great photos coming in. Come take a look at your screen. This one's from Kathleen Talbot. Check it out. She says this picture is of an old homestead located near Centerville, and Goldendale with Mount Adams in the background. Great photo. Look at that.
That's a beautiful view.
Very great view. Good job, Kathleen. If you want to get your photo on, just like Kathleen did, come over to your screen and grab your phone, take a picture of that QR code. Takes you right to the place where you can upload your photo. Or you can just go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab. You'll see where to submit your photos. Plus, you can take a look at our photo album of all these great photos that our viewers are taking and sending in and sharing. I so appreciate that. So again, QR code, easiest way. Thank you, Kathleen. Once again, beautiful photo right there. All right, let's take a quick peek at our day tomorrow. Things are drying up for Yakima and Tri-Cities. However, we could see a few showers lingering around the Walla Walla area to start the day off, but that should taper off and clear up later in the day. Do take note that there is a winter weather watch across the I-84 corridor in the Blue Mountains and the Wallowas, so be safe that way if you're heading out and traveling to Seattle. It's going to be wet.
All right. It's almost cruise season in Seattle. I can't believe it.
That's right.
Thanks, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
Hoping your news is good news.